All right, so that says we're live. Hi there, everyone. Adam Smith, Core Finance Group. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Homebot. Hello, anybody and everybody that happens to catch this video live or in syndication. You guys are probably getting used to the fact that we've been doing kind of a homeowner tip every couple of weeks. Obviously, a lot of the content that goes out through this and through the system that we're using to distribute the videos is a lot of people talking about really boring mortgage stuff like interest rates, margins and yields, and what the Federal Housing Finance Authority is going to do here in the next few weeks regarding loan limits. And not that this isn't important content, but we wanted to do things a little differently and give you guys some more practical, tangible things that you could be doing. And you can go back and look at the previous homeowner tips that we've been doing. But this one is just from personal experience because I want you guys to know what we've dealt with as relatively new homeowners, and this could happen regardless of the time frame in which you've owned your home, but this particular property happens to be relatively new to us, and it's more rural. It's in a wooded area, and it's got a lot of evergreen trees, and as a result of that, we've got a lot of pine cones and pine needles and those kinds of things. And when we originally purchased the home some time ago now, the insurance company had no problem with it. And at some point, weeks or months later, they sent somebody to actually go look at the property. Now, that's a pretty bold move because it's not in a populated place. Somebody had to take a drive to go do this. And they came back asking us to mitigate, basically. And fire mitigation is an important piece of the puzzle, which is the tip that I want to get to. But they've asked us to mitigate by removing all the pine needles and pine cones, mind you, the ground cover, within a 100-foot radius of the home. And they did suggest that we remove any branches that are less than 10 feet off the ground within that 100-foot radius as well. And if you think about how the fire danger has been so high in some of these more wooded and more populous, tree populous areas, a lot in California, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, obviously through the Northern Rockies and the Pacific Northwest this year, this probably just makes sense for everybody. You should do what you can to minimize the risk of your home burning down. However, that's the tip from the protection of your asset, your collateral. The things that I really want you guys to be wary of is that while we were notified that they would want this mitigation done, we weren't given a set time frame until a check from the insurance company showed up reimbursing us for the period from when they are canceling our policy through the year's worth of premium that we had paid up front in closing, which any of you have purchased a home know that's what you do. You pay your first year's insurance premium up front. So that was actually how we found out that they were canceling the policy. And it looks like once the mitigation is done, it could be reinstated, those kinds of things. But I just want you guys to be aware of certainly those two things. One, do take extra precautions if your property happens to fit within that area. And then two, be wary of what goes on in the insurance industry. While you're the insured and you're the one paying the premium, unless you own stock in your own property and casualty insurance provider's company, you're not really the primary concern. Their profit margin, that capitalistic mindset is what takes priority, and that shouldn't be a secret. It is what it is, but I want you guys to be aware. I want you to be cognizant of, and certainly learn from my mistakes. How about that? So that's basically it for this month. And I don't know, I think we're doing this twice a month, but for this particular tip. So take it with a grain of salt. Do be careful about your property. Do protect yourself from those kinds of dangers. And certainly from the ones that may stem unknowingly, like things with the insurance company or the tax assessor or whatever the case may be. So hopefully that's relatively helpful, that you guys can learn a little from my experience or learn a little from my failures. And we will see you guys next time.